G'day, I'm Nick and you're watching Newsbreak. The Great Barrier Reef has suffered another major bleaching event, and scientists are calling for more to be done to protect one of Australia's most iconic sites. Here's Joe.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Say, is it just me or is it getting a little stuffy down here? Okay, that's warm enough now. Hot enough.
In case you weren't aware, corals don't like heat. And recently, they've been getting far too toasty. Climate change has caused the oceans around the reef to get warmer over the past couple of decades. Bleaching happens when coral gets too stressed from above average water temps, causing corals to lose the algae that provides them with nutrients and gives them colour. It's not the first time that this has happened. According to a new report, this is the 6th major bleaching event since 1998, and also the hottest. And it's affected 91% of the reefs surveyed. Scientists are now calling on the government to make bigger commitments to cut emissions and help reduce global warming to a maximum of 1.5 degrees by 2030. The good news is corals can survive bleaching, and experts will be checking in throughout the year to see just how much of it recovers.
Looking a little pale there, mate. Leave me alone, I've suffered enough.
The world's richest person, this guy, wants to let this guy back on Twitter. Elon Musk is in the process of trying to buy Twitter, and if he's successful, he says he'll allow the former US president back on the platform. Donald Trump was banned from Twitter after a number of his supporters stormed the Capitol building, which is kind of like the US's version of Parliament House, on January 6 last year. Now it's time for some Pelicans. Wow, that's a lot of Pelicans.
I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go ahead and say you have never seen this many pelicans in one place. 30,000. Yes, 30,000 pelicans have flocked to Lake Brewster in New South Wales. Gee, Stormboy would be spoilt for choice. Am I right, guys? A wet and wild few months in the state has made for perfect breeding conditions, and these pelicans are making the most of it.
Because last year was such a good year as well, it sort of has boosted the environment. There's been plenty of vegetation and plenty of food around for the pelicans.
Scientists in the area have been using drones and AI technology to count exactly how many pelis are in the colony. And they say big events like this keep the population in tip-top shape. But mostly, they just can't believe how many are here. I'm so sorry for that pun. Bye.
The federal election is just over a week away, so we're here to help break down some more election lingo that you're probably hearing a lot of. Today, we're looking at seats.
There are all sorts of seats out there. Hard seats, soft seats, weird seats, fancy seats. But in an election, the seats you hear most about are the safe seats and the marginal seats. So, what are they? Well, there are 151 seats in the lower house or the House of Representatives, and there are 76 seats in the Senate. But to be in charge, a party needs to win more than half of the seats in the House of Reps. Each seat can be filled by just one politician, and choosing those politicians is what elections are all about. Sometimes, seats are in electorates where most people usually vote for the same party, and they're called safe seats. They're the ones where you see the well-known politicians and the party leaders, because they're really unlikely to be voted out. Marginal seats are in places where the vote is more evenly split. Sometimes the seats go to one party, sometimes to another, and if just a small number of voters change their minds, the seats can change again. Because they're easy to win and easy to lose, political parties do a lot of wrestling over marginal seats. Winning just a few of them could give them the majority they need to win the election. Of course, just because a seat looks safe or marginal, that doesn't mean things can't change. In an election, anything can happen, and every seat is important, so you can't get too comfy.
That's all we have time for today. Thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.